What's up? What's up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you can get out. Hey, today, y'all, I'm on something totally different. Oh, mic in the way. Completely different. I'm just in here fooling around. I got tons of VSTs, right? Sometimes, I always say, sometimes I say mix and match and see what you come up with. So uh, I pop this up right here. This is a Sessions Horn Pro. So I don't know how to play, y'all. For real, I don't. I know how to press keys, but basically, when it comes to programming, uh, I know the very basics. I could tell you. They say go to a C root note. That's C, D, E, F, G, H. I mean A, B, C. Right. So it's usually C is the root note, and that's how I learned. So when they say go to a triad, which is three notes, C, skip one, D, E, skip one, F, G. So that's the C, E, G tri, that tri note thingy. So, but that's how I learned. So basically, with me, I'm a programmer, and sometimes I would hit a key. I sit down, and I would create a pattern by just uh, playing some keys. Now I know the scale. I did have to learn the scale. Still learning this stuff, and you're never too old to learn, y'all. Trust me, you're never too old to learn. Too young either. So I learned from a scale which I should have had written up here. Um, it's whole, half, whole, half. Those are the steps on the keyboard. So I'm gonna show you guys, right? Real brief. So we're gonna start with the C, which is for some reason every video I ever watched or a book I picked up, they start with C, right? So if you look at C, you see this black key? That's a half a key. So if you skip that and you go over to here, this is a whole key. My bag, and I'm gonna show this. Let me move this out your way. We go get a little, just a tad bit bigger. And I'm gonna scroll that down. So here's the keys. Your keyboards, of course, is different. So a scale, which I told you, we're gonna go from C. We're gonna go to the next one, which is whole. So we're gonna skip this black one right here and go to the D. We're gonna do another whole, so we go skip this key, a whole step. Then we're gonna go half. You notice no black key right here, so you go to the next key, which is half. Then we're gonna go whole again. We're gonna skip this one. That's a whole. We're gonna skip this one. This is a whole. We're gonna skip this one. This is a whole, and back to the root of the next set of keys, right? So you could take that and apply that to any note to get that scale of that note, if that makes sense. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go back one, and we're gonna look. So right here is this is a B, this is a A, right? And this was the hardest for me to learn, which was the black key, which this is in between A and B. So it's either A sharp or B flat, I think. Don't quote me on that. So as I hit this key, it's red. So if I hit this one, go back. So starting from the black key is red, right? So how to read the scale of this this B flat or A sharp, this key. Hey, so it's just counting. So we're gonna go, what I say, whole, half, whole, half. That's how I remember it. So from right here, if we hit this key, we're gonna go from, let me see. So this is gonna be, we'll call this one B sharp, I think. or B flat. I think it's B flat. One of them, y'all. I know somebody out there go break it down. Anyway, so we're just gonna start from this key because some people don't know the name of the keys. As you can see, I'm messing up. So we're gonna do like this. So from this key, which I'm gonna call it A sharp, B flat, right? So from this one, I'm gonna hold this one, right? The next step is to count. So what I say, hold, half. So we're gonna skip this key, which is half. We're gonna go to this one. So let's go hold. We're gonna skip this one, another hold. Now this is the half. So we're gonna hit this black key, half. Then from there we're gonna go another hold. So we're gonna skip this one and go to this one. Hold. We go skip this one, go to the next one. Hold. We go skip this step, another hold. Then half. We back. Did I do that right? So we go count it. And I'm on video. I don't like doing edits, y'all. So when I mess up, y'all go get this messed up with me, right? So we're going to do this again. We're going to try to make it, because with me trying to explain, so basically I want you guys to follow the keys, right? So I'm going to start right there with that note that's red. So that's either going to be a B flat or A sharp. If I got it right, like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So whenever I strike it. So from this key, I'm going to go pretty fast. Hold, half, hold, half. So that's a scale. As you can see, this red key that I'm pressing, it lights up, and that's back to that key, which is pretty good. But also, let me show y'all something. Dang, 7 minutes in. I ain't want to do that. I don't know how to play. You know, not by ear. I could try to read, but basically, when I sit down to do music production, this is being real with you guys. I'm nowhere near what some of these other guys may be at all. But I'm going to tell you this. When I sit down here and I take my time and I program these keys the way I need them, they're going to sound right. So as you can see, this should show you each key I hold, right? So better yet, let me show y'all this. So this is what I do. I'm going to hit the record button. I got to arm this one. This is going to record each stroke of my keys on my keyboard when I press this record button. So let's do this. So then I hit the stop button, right? So as y'all can see up here, it asks me, do I want to keep the recording? I'm going to click yes. So here go all my keystrokes right up here, right? So when I double click this one, it brings it down here. And with this, let me move my picture just a little bit out the way. Right here, you guys, hit the left, that'll bring it. Now, I have successfully programmed or recorded my keystrokes via MIDI. MIDI is nothing more than, it sound right now because it's attached. If I was to take this, oh, I was on the wrong screen. If I was to take this and change it to nothing, like I'm gonna hit play, you don't hear nothing. But let me turn this back on. So this is you could use this as a powerful tool, y'all. Because when you do MIDI, you could take that and you could copy it to another instrument and just drop it there, right? So For those who don't understand MIDI, watch this. I'm gonna hit Control D, which duplicated. I'm gonna grab it, bring it down here, right? I'm gonna mute this one. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna just grab another instrument, right, from my plugin. Hope y'all was able to see that. Hope I wasn't in the way. We go hit instruments, vendor. We'll do Air Mac, add music. Let's do. Oh, I'm missing one. Let's do expand. For those who got this thing. Now watch when I switch it, y'all. So MIDI is nothing more than a good tool to use to create beats, y'all. I mean melodies. I mean everything, because that's how I do majority of my programming. With a piano roll. Now FL Studio has, to me, one of the best piano rolls there is when it comes to music production for me. I started off with them. No, I didn't. I started off with Magix, MAGIX, for those who've been watching. Then I went to FL Studio, Pro Tools. Then I went to, I like Magix. Their their um, their VSTs, which sounds amazing. So I stuck with their upgrade, their Pro Audio, and that's how I landed with Samplitude. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. It's not gonna change, and it's just a great DAW for me. But other DAWs offer a lot of other things, for those who've been in for a while. PreSonus and everything. Studio One, which is PreSonus. I could go down the list. Cubase. A lot of these things are dope. And I seen this board, a group of producers where they were talking about comparing the dolls to Michael Jordan and Curry and all them, and that's dope. Um, they all, at the end of the day, they score points, So you may be a better point scorer with a different doll. Find the one that floats your boat. Stick with it. Uh, Educate yourself on it. Really, though, educate yourself on this stuff when you're using it. Um, it's a ton of videos out there. I mean, nothing against the schools, because I went to school for audio production. I went to not Full Sail, Tribeca Flashpoint back in Chicago. They're top notch, and I mean, you can learn a lot, but it's only about how much more you're going to put into it. They're gonna give you the basics, and they give you a lot of tools, because a lot of people don't have this equipment at home, or just have the funds to get what they need. So at that school, Tribeca Flashpoint, it's a good school. I'm probably about to do some other videos, y'all, because I got to bring everybody up to speed on who I am, and if you don't like it, you could get out. But this is Madhouse Pro. This a miscellaneous video. Hopefully, I could reach somebody. Never be never be discouraged about making music, making sounds, organized sounds. Never look at things that different like it's difficult. It always take time, and you just got to stay at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, something that I will tell everybody, because it's a million of us out here. It's a million plus what we call producers, studios, engineers, and things like that. All you take is a computer and a software program, and hey, I'm there. Make dope music, y'all. And everybody ain't always gonna be good. You may get declined on some things. Just keep at it. Make a million tracks. Maybe your one in a million may be the one that hit. Take the music off the hard drives. I hear the companies reaching out to us, because thanks to cookies, but they kind of see what you want by you being on these computers, and the more sites you visit, they get the knowledge of what's going on with your interest. So if you're checking out sounds and music equipment, you get a little bit more hits, and especially on YouTube, they'll come back and say, "Hey, you looking to produce, do this and that? I could show you how to mix like this and master your tracks." And those videos are reaching other people, so it's a tool to use. Maybe you need it, maybe you don't. If it piques your interest, look into it. You know what I'm saying? But educate yourself. All the software that we got. Uh, I'm gonna show y'all a little trick. Some of those go laugh. I just hit F1, right? F1 tells me everything about this program, right? See, it breaks it down over here to my left. The documentation, what's new in the program, system requirements, installation, and so forth. So if I go to Mixer, I hit this. When I click this little box, it show you everything. It show you little links, what they're supposed to look like, channel scripts. So it breaks down the basics of how to utilize their equipment. Learn from it, read it, understand what it means. Other channels, man, go on YouTube for real. YouTube has been a big part of my learning. Sometimes certain things you may learn from people because they teach it a different way that you may understand it. So in sometimes classroom environments, they come and go and it's real quick. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get to put that practice or move at your pace so you could understand it. So just think about it, y'all. YouTube, man, it's helped me a lot stuff with general handyman stuff around the house you may need to learn. But when it comes to music, it's a lot of stuff out there, a lot. And some of these guys, they will go in depth. If you pay for some of these courses, they may be needed. If you feel like you need it, take it. If it's gonna put you to where you understand everything, do that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel comfortable, some people learn better in the school environment. Look it up. Go to school. You know what I'm saying? Go to school and find out if it's for you. But you're investing your money in your craft. If this is what you're gonna do for your life, hey, invest in it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I speak on something else, cracks, and we're not talking drugs, but crack. A crack program. A lot of people use it. I say this because that's how I was introduced to something. Somebody had a crack version, and they were showing me how to use it. And if you consider yourself a business person or whatnot, and it comes to utilizing that stuff, and they want to know how you made it, or you just want to make sure you're in correct standing, so always be legit if you can. I don't knock anybody and I don't condone it either, but just if you could pay for it, save up to pay for it. I helped out a couple of people that are close to me, with what I can, because you want everybody to be legit. That's what I'm saying. So be legit with it, but try the demo. You know what I'm saying? Try the demo. If it works, if it's worth purchasing it, make sure you purchase it then, because if you get a crash or something, your system crash, you got to, hopefully if you got it backed up with the company you bought it for, it's always a good thing that I could reach back out and say, hey, I need to reinstall and all my files are there if you backed everything up. So, but other than that, y'all, hey, I could go on and on. A device I give you guys is the advice that I've taken, and I don't have it all. No, I don't know it all, but it's just sometimes you gotta. I talk to myself on what I should and could do, and I share it with other people that are close to me. And now I'm just out here on the video. Some days I sit down here in my little studio, and I just try to make a beat. Some days I don't have it. I fall asleep sometimes. It be like that. It's the real talk of things that people don't see, the work that you put into it. So learn everything. Sometimes we want to be a one-stop shop company, you know what I'm saying, or a person. I want to self-engineer everything myself. I want to master it myself. I want to mix it myself. Hey, do it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes collaborate with other people because there's other like-minded people out here. It's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you go on YouTube, you'll find some other body like, oh, they using Samplitude, or they using Pro Tools, or they using FL Studio. They using Presonus Studio One. They using Logic Pro X. We're gonna relate like that. On all these interfaces that we got, we all got about the same thing, and we all create music. So just collaborate, just broaden your horizons. You know what I mean? Reach out, try different genres of music. Link up with the unlikely suspects. Most people look and be like, "What you do? Hip hop? I do any and everything." You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know it. I'm willing to learn it, and sometimes people will help you get to that point to where you need to be. So I mean, take advice from everybody, y'all, and quit just downplaying one another. Oh, if they using FL Studio, they ain't real. Man, really? I bet you if I make a track, you don't know what I use, and you gonna be like it's a dope beat or a dope track, or man, what they use to make that. Cause it's all about the person behind the keyboard or the mouse and the keyboard at the end of the day. Cause that's how it works, man. Ain't nobody better than no one person. Some are very skilled than other people, you know what I'm saying? And they know how to use their stuff. But when it comes to this music stuff, y'all, I mean, somebody could take a Casio, get Stevie Wonder a Casio and see what he do. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh, that was Stevie Wonder, because it's the individual behind the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I mean, for real, this is just stuff. I know people that could produce and don't know how to mix or don't know how to engineer. So it's all about the person. So don't downplay one another. Keep encouraging one another. That's the way you do it. You keep it going. We build this community for everybody. Build it up. Show somebody the ropes of what you learn. I could show some people some stuff. People could show me some stuff. It's a revolving circle, y'all. It's a revolving circle. And that's where you got to take things. So this is just Madhouse Pro just talking. And 20-minute video. Who go listen? Who knows? I don't care. Guess what? It's my stuff. It's my channel. If you don't like it, you could get out. So, but the thing is just to promote and nowadays on lifting each other up no matter what we doing. Sometimes you got to be honest too. If you don't feel like you like it, it's a track you didn't like, let somebody know. Like, nah, I ain't feeling that. And the person got to take that constructive criticism when it comes to a track. Like, what, you didn't like it? But somebody else may do. Like, I'm gonna let y'all in on this one. When I first heard "Get Your Freak On" by Missy Elliott, right? I know y'all like, wow, yeah. When I first heard it, I was like, huh? I didn't catch that vibe. But in the music industry or creating music, everything is about repetition. And the more you hear it, then you could see or hear somebody else's view. Man, I heard that after a while. I was like, that's dope. And I was like, and I checked myself because I was like, I usually didn't like that song. Then I had to listen to it. So just be respectful of everything. Everybody has a different idea of what's dope. And some people may be way steps ahead of you. As you can see, she was way steps ahead of me. And that was just me as a listener. But I mean, it's about overall as a community, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things I look at that I could say I don't agree with it. It's my freedom to say that. But when it comes to the music industry, and I'm going to drop y'all this nugget. I'm 23 minutes into this video, but I'm about to drop y'all some nuggets for those who listening. When you come to creating your music, it's your music, right? When you look at it, the definition on the internet, they tell you when you create it, it's your music. If you didn't sample nothing, you use your own tools, it's your music. The music industry has changed drastically. Back in the day, we would go get a tape, uh, try to get it to the radio station or a music executive. Remember these? This is a DVD, but CDs. Remember how we used to press up CDs and do that and take them and send them out. When you create a project, and I think Ludacris was one of the ones who did it. They pretty much repackaged one of his albums. I think Def Jam did repackage his album he already completed. Then they did the publishing deals and all that other stuff, and it's a wrap. It's history. So when y'all create this music, it's not like that anymore. Like me or anybody to look and say, I create this whole project. The company now, they just want to, you're looking for distribution deals. You know what I'm saying? Publishing deals. Understand the music industry because it's important. And when it's your music, that's usually in your first stuff that they hear when you feel like you got serious about it, sometimes, not always, but sometimes your first album is your dopest album because it's gonna be the one that introduced the world to you. And that's when you can ask any artist, they say, man, that's when you get stuck on your first deal. Because most people put they all, when I say they all, they life into their music, they money, they labor, they time. They put all that stuff into their music and they be close to broke. Well, I know they was back then. And you go to these labels and they'll show you 250,000. Yeah, they're about to like, yeah, we'll give you 250,000. I don't know if that's what they were getting back then or whatnot. But 250,000 to you is like, man, that's a come up. I was close to broke. And they gonna make millions and you get your percentage of the 250,000. You gotta know the business, y'all. Educate yourself because now with all the tools that we got today, I got a mic right here. I got several mics. I got tons of headphones. I got the same setup that you will see in a professional studio. Keyboards and everything. And all they looking for, you could do it yourself. That's what some of these people were fighting over. You turn in your stuff. You can master it yourself or have your friend master it, whatever. Pay to get it done. Guess what? At the end of the day, you done took all the leg work and the dollars and cents that a company usually would spend to help you get your album complete. You didn't have to pay for studio time no more because you did it yourself. So now all you're doing is you shopping your whole project. Like, look, I finished this project. What's up? You go to the companies, and that's the way it's kind of evolved into. Going to the companies, Capitol Records, if they still around. I don't know. I haven't really been looking into that, but you do your production. You go in that business minded. Educate yourself. Get you a lawyer. They'll tell you. Get you a music lawyer and understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And you could go to a company, and if they fill in your album or whatnot, or they reach out to you and want to do a distribution deal, understand what publishing is and how it goes, how to get mechanical royalties and all that stuff. So just educate yourself on it because it's going to be important and detrimental to your career if that's what you're going to do. Some people do it as a hobby, and other people looking like your hobby can make you money. People get serious or they hear stuff and like, I could do better than that. That's garbage to me. It may be garbage to you, but somebody else listening to it. You know what I'm saying? But I always respect the craft. Some people may not give as much effort as others. It's just the truth. Some people, I do feel like certain music is garbage, but I respect it because they own there. You know what I'm saying? But that's the truth. That's the freedom that I have. So just going forward though, y'all, just think about stuff. Reach out. What I used to do, and I didn't learn until I got older. So cassette tapes was out back when I was younger. I think New Tribe signed Rap A Lot, the Ghetto Boys. New Tribe signed the Ghetto Boys, I think. I think that was on the back of that CD or the cassette cover. And the addresses used to be on there. Here's another nugget. Addresses and information, well, people ain't buying CDs no more, but they used to be on those CDs. You could reach out to somebody. I think I was in Kansas. I was in the military. And Seawall Music Production. Yeah, that's who Traxxer's with. And I used to look that stuff up. That's how I started buying tapes and CDs from the Tip, which was up on the north side of Chicago. I needed the music. I was away. But that information carries weight back then. So now it's just get on the internet, open up a BMI account, and you get to get the information of who owns the publishing of this stuff. Reach out to them. If you're sampling and stuff, you can get more information from the internet. And if you feel like you got a project done that's complete, send it over. Make sure you get your stuff tight though before you send it over, because if it ain't tight, you don't want nobody trying to jack you for your stuff. Understand what publishing is, really. So, yeah, I took about close to 30 minutes of y'all time. This is a miscellaneous video. I'm not cutting nothing, chopping it. Free game, I say. Free game, And this is Madhouse Pro. Thank you for your time, and I'm out.